Everyone, it's Alicia with the Dougherty Dozen, and this is my weekly grocery haul for my family of 13. Hi Curslings! Today we're talking about the Dougherty Dozen and Alicia's grocery spending over the course of 2024. Now, when we last left off back in April of 2024, Alicia Dougherty's grocery hauls from January, February, and March had totaled to around $20,000 or so. At the time, I had very much intended to keep up with this video series, but other stuff kept coming up, including some nonsense in June. Anyway, it ended up working out because in the fall of 2024, Alicia Dougherty started to include the total amount of her grocery haul that week in both her thumbnail and title. Not only that, but she also started lumping together multiple receipts from different shopping hauls, including from Amazon and Petco and the farm stand and wherever else she happened to go that day to pump up her numbers. Pump up the jam, pump it up. Which is just as well when you think about it, because it is far too much work for me to try and suss out which parts of her Walmart grocery hauls are actually groceries and what are consumer goods and blah blah blah. So, for this video, I've looked at every single grocery haul that Alicia Dougherty posted over the course of 2024 and tallied everything together for fun and educational purposes, of course. Beginning with April, where Alicia Dougherty had 6 grocery hauls, 2 at Wegmans, 1 at Costco, and 3 at Walmart, for a grand total of $7,297. April also had another pantry restock. The last one was back in January, where Alicia would shove boxes and cans onto her already overflowing shelves and into any available nook and cranny she could find. Yeah!
I didn't realize I had stuffing cubes. Actually forgot about these. They're expired.
May's shopping followed a similar trend to April with 6 grocery hauls, this time 4 at Wegmans with a bonus trip to the Dollar Tree, then a trip to BJ's and only 1 trip to Walmart for a total of $7,204. May would also be the month that Alicia Dougherty posted a summer snack haul where she filled multiple carts at BJ's with boxes upon boxes of junk food, just a mere month and a half before school was to end.
And a lot of you are wondering where the heck I was going to store all of that. It was like 2 flatbeds and a shopping cart, so I'm going to show you.
June was comparatively less outrageous than April and May had been, with just 4 grocery hauls, 2 at Wegmans, 1 at Costco, and just 1 at Walmart. The other Walmart haul was actually a beach haul, which I've elected to exclude from this tally, for an underwhelming total of $4,024. I guess she wasn't feeling it that month. Things perk up in July with 5 grocery hauls, one of which was in New Jersey at the Acme store. Once home, the other hauls included 2 at Wegmans and 2 at Walmart for a total of $7,016. It's also worth noting here that during their beach vacation, Josh nearly accurately guessed the total of Alicia's Acme haul, much to her surprise.
Josh, any guesses? Any guesses?
$1,736.
That is a very precise guess, but you are wrong, sir.
It was?
It is... Wait, did you look? You looked, didn't you?
Yeah, because I couldn't
$1,758.21.
Bringing the first 6 months of 2024 to a grand total of $45,974. Woof! Moving on, like July, August was similarly demure, with 5 grocery hauls, 2 at Wegmans, 1 at Costco, 1 at Walmart, and just a bunch of other places, which Alicia labeled simply as major haul. This major haul included a trip to Walmart's, another trip to Wegmans, and the farm stand. It's also the first time that we will see grocery totals being included in both the thumbnail and the title for a total of $6,941. August also had another pantry restock, which would be the last one for 2024. Wow. In September, with the back to school in full force, Alicia's grocery hauls returned to their 6 per month insanity. This is also where Alicia began to really lean in to showcasing her total spending in her thumbnails and video titles. Because nothing screams shopping addiction more than brazenly bragging just how much credit card debt you are willing to risk. It's also where she starts to combine shopping haul receipts to inflate her numbers, which in turn have skewed my numbers. So although there were only 6 hauls posted to her YouTube channel, there were actually something closer to 17 grocery hauls, including 5 trips to Wegmans, 3 to Walmart, 4 Amazon orders, 1 to BJ's, and then just a bunch of other miscellaneous trips to Petco and whatever, for a staggering total, excluding back-to-school shopping for each of her children, mind you, of $15,016. What the hell? Make my day. October was similarly ludicrous in Alicia's experimental combined grocery hauls, with only 4 videos posted to her channel, but with receipts from at least 10 different places, including 4 trips to Wegmans, 1 trip to Walmart, 1 trip to Aldi, 1 to BJ's, and several miscellaneous places like the Farm Stand, Dollar Tree, and an Amazon order, for a slightly less insane total of $11,158. Ooh la la! November continued the trend, sort of, in terms of spending, likely because of Thanksgiving, but the grocery hauls themselves reverted to their original state of just 1 store and 1 receipt, unless she went to Walmart, of course, per video, with the exception being her Thanksgiving haul, with a total of 5 trips to Wegmans, a trip to Costco, a trip to BJ's and Target, and a trip to Walmart, for a total of $10,874. Oh, things are starting to get back to normal. Almost. Finally, December echoed November in terms of spending, with 5 grocery haul videos, 3 of which combined multiple stores, with 3 trips to Walmart, 3 to Wegmans, 1 to Costco, an Amazon order, and a trip to Five Below just for fun, for a total of $10,090, bringing our total for the last 6 months of 2024 to $61,097. In a grand total for 2024 of $107,071.70. Wow, that is a lot of money. Now, if that number seems obscenely high, you're not alone in that feeling. I thought that was a pretty massive number, given that Alicia Dougherty very clearly spends far more than $5,000 to $7,000 a month, if her pumped up numbers from fall 2024 are any indication. On average, Alicia is spending around $8,900 a month on groceries and other miscellaneous home goods, or about $740 per person. Now, a common comment I got on my first 2 videos about this was that Alicia's spending probably seemed high because of inflation. And sure, perhaps that is a factor. So I decided to look up what the average cost of groceries are in the state of New York to see if Alicia's spending was actually on par for the state average or not. And the answer is, unsurprisingly, not really. So while it is true that the cost of groceries in New York State are higher than other states, especially depending on where in New York you live, the average cost of groceries per person is actually $480, which is above the national average, which is between $300 and $400 per person. Meaning, Alicia Dougherty's average is 35% higher than her state average, and about double the national average. So, in other words, the average monthly grocery expenses for a family her size should be closer to $5,800 or just shy of $70,000 a year. And again, that's only with the data that Alicia Dougherty has made public through her content. That number disparity could be even greater than that. In fact, I would be willing to bet on it. It is also not uncommon for Dougherty Dozen supporters to slide right into my comments whenever I make a video about their redheaded idol, with a frequent remark being something along the lines of, "Why do you care? It's her money. She can spend it how she wants. You're just jealous." Missing the entire point, which is that Alicia Dougherty has a shopping addiction. and has framed her content around conspicuous consumption and mass consumerism during a time where many Americans and Canadians are facing financial hardships, including food insecurity. It just comes across as tone deaf. The kind of stuff that got French aristocrats beheaded a couple hundred years back. You know, the kind of stuff that underscores the need for class consciousness. And while yes, Alicia Dougherty can post whatever she feels like, and yes, it's not her personal obligation to end world hunger or whatever other conflated argument that's made in her favor, it also does not exclude her from criticism, especially as a public figure who seems to get a small rush out of showing her absurdly long grocery receipts to an audience base that largely can only dream of having the level of disposable income that Alicia Dougherty has at any given time. I don't know about you, curslings, but I was never much for idolizing celebrities and internet personalities, least of all those who flaunt their wealth, even if that flaunting comes in the form of multiple overflowing shopping carts and stockpiling more food than a local food pantry could hope to have at any given time. It's tacky, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Again, keep in mind that this number is based only on what Alicia Dougherty has posted publicly, but what do you think? Do you think that sounds about right for a family her size, or do you think that it is a little nuts? Let me know. Anyway, that's it for me. I want to thank everyone for liking, commenting, and subscribing with a big thank you to my mods and members. You guys are rad, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!